You're watching SBA Today. With all the latest news, stories, and advice, here are your hosts, Paul Long and Tanya Mazurek.
Welcome to SBA Today for the week of November 19th. As always, I'm your host, Paul, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Tanya. Tanya, where should we start today?
Well, good morning, Paul. It's been a minute. Okay,
It has been.
It has. I've missed you, Paul.
Oh, I missed you too.
All right. So anyway, we're going to get into, let's see here. Oh, new administration. New administration. And what we're going to talk about what they have coming down the line and how that's going to change what we've been doing. Also, Paul, you were at NAGGL. I was not at NAGGL.
I was.
How about you fill us in on
were.
what went on with our SBA friends?
Well, there is definitely a lot going on, but before I do, I want to say thank you to all of our people that came up to me at NAGGL and gave us kudos on this show. Thank you very much. Again, Tanya, I wish you were there. There was even one that said that you were pretty sexy, so I just wanted to throw that out there. You're welcome. So Tanya's always accepting dates within the SBA community. So put your comments down below.
Wow, he is pimping me out. Wow. Come on now.
Well, hey, I think I get like a recruiting fee. I don't know, 25%. Isn't that what the going rate is?
It's a referral fee? Yeah.
Yeah, so I get a referral fee.
Oh, my
anyway,
God.
Sorry, Tanya didn't see that one coming, guys. So, anyway. So let's talk about NAGGL, like what actually happened at NAGGL. First of all, I just want to give a shout out to the NAGGL crew. First of all, if you're in SBA lending and you are not a part of NAGGL, what is wrong with you? It's kind of a requirement of being alive in this industry. They provide a lot of great support, etc. So I definitely strongly recommend that. But what I want to talk about is obviously we have a new administration. We're not going to get political, but whether you like it or not, we get a new administration. And I think what's going to be really interesting is there's going to be some changes, and we'll see how that goes. But definitely these are some things that we're going to talk about. So one is we believe is that the SBA fee waivers enjoy this next year, guys, because I think it will dwindle away and it will go away after that. So just be careful of that. Just because, I mean, again, we do have a little bit higher defaults and we're going to have to pay for that some way unless things move around. So just be aware of that. Again, the Small Business Committee will be run by Republicans. And if you've watched any of the CNN, which I'm sure, Tanya, you're just always on CNN watching whatever boring shit they do, right?
Nope. It is so negative, man. I don't know how people can do it. So
but
negative.
they are not very happy about some of the changes that we've experienced over the last couple of years. So in my opinion, I think there could be some turning back of the rules. So for those institutions that were very on the new rules, you may be putting your car in reverse and going back a little bit, in my opinion.
How did you guys? Well, and how did you guys do that? Because that's something we can talk about. Is I feel like they're rolling it back because there were some that maybe took it a step too far. I don't know. What do you think, Paul?
Pure utter stupidity. How's that?
We did not see higher default rates and whatnot like many did, but we also did not roll it back as far as I know some of our.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. And I think there'll be interesting pieces on that. So I have a lot more to say on that, but that's no other episode.
Well, the funny thing is things swing so far. And I think that's
100% they do.
Is sometimes when they do this, man, don't swing so far to the left or the right. Do some middle ground there, people. Saves us all.
Exactly. Amen to that. Some other things that if this is news to you, you've been living in a hole. And that is the new SBA Matrix came out. It's got a new, different look. I like change, but I don't like change. Have you seen it at all, Tanya? Or is it just not even? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I have
I like the old one better personally, but I guess I'm 42 years old, so I'm old and I'm cranky and I like the old stuff. But anyway, there isn't very many changes to it. It's just more of little updates on there. I think one
People
of the
have been wanting that a change to the matrix for a minute.
they
You
have
just
to at
don't like
least
the change, is what you're saying?
I don't like no the changes are fine. I don't like the look of the chart. It's confusing to me because in my old age I can't think. So I like my old way. I don't know. I'm old. Whatever.
Got it, Paul.
So the biggest thing that I felt I took away from NAGGL, there's many things, but this one I think is a big deal, and that is the new 1502 process. And Tanya's like 150 what? 150, yeah. So for those who are in the back office, your life is about to get easier. They had every single loan had 16 pieces of info that we had to put in every single month. They have moved that to 9, thank God. And they it's all going to be automated where you don't have to do the math. The system will do the math for you. Oh wow. Thank God. You have no idea the amount of errors that I am still cleaning up from.
Well, everybody has a different way of doing it. So then when it goes in, there's confusion and it gets kicked back, right?
I heard a little rumor that there was 14,000 errors that the SBA has to clean up. Then that's just for secondary market, by the way, of not balancing with the institution. So they had to do something. And so kudos to Guidehouse for making the effort on that.
And all of you guys that are working on the front end like I do versus the back end where Paul does both, it affects you because if we have issues on the back end and these things get kicked out, it slows down the process for you as well. So all of you on the front end, such as myself, it still affects you as well. So pay attention. And
no more wires. It's now going to be ACH. Which is going to be a very good thing. So again, they're really modernizing it. Actually, little secret is that actually you can start playing with it starting this in a few weeks. But there's a bunch of trainings that are going to be coming out. So take the training first, and I'm going to be the first person there at the starting line. Let's do this.
You just gave up the secret. So now there's no more secret. Now everybody
but we're all friends, though, so I only share secrets to my friends. So.
Got it.
Another thing that I think is absolutely interesting from the nerdy SBA manager that I am is the new Redwood score. Okay, we've heard about this, but what does it really mean? SBA has now came out with another score, and it's not the SBSS score. The Redwood score kind of tells you your institution risk level. But what I love about this, and this is new information that came out, is that they will now score every loan from 0 to 100, 100 being the most amazing loan on your books and 0 being, I hope you get your purchase package ready. And they will score based on their data what that is. You can actually go into your eTran now. There's an LMS portal beta that should be on there, and you can click there and see all your loans and what their score is. I went through my portfolio and I was like, I agree with that one. I agree. Like the numbers made sense just based on my conversations with clients. It's phenomenal, and it's changed how I do annual reviews at my shop.
Question with that, is it going to allow others to see the Redwood scores on our competition or just in-house?
God, no, there's no way. There's no way they're going to do that. But I have a feeling there's going to be more information that comes down. But if you manage an SBA portfolio, for the love of God, go in and look at that. It's the most entertaining, nerdy data you could possibly have. So.
Well, I wonder if the ones that have bad Redwood scores are the ones that are creating us backtracking a bit with the leniency of SBA. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Ooh. We'll have to find out. More data to come. I'm also very proud to say that I'm in the middle of an SBA audit. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with the Redwood score in that. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see that because I'm a nerd. Another thing is Lender Match. I know, Tanya, this is your favorite. You love Lender Match. Madison, go ahead and show the image on this one. I thought this was uber cool. This graph shows where most of the lender matches are coming from. And the one that just shocks me wholeheartedly is down in Florida. I just am so shocked that Florida does so many SBA loans. I'm being sarcastic.
I was like, I'm sitting here going,
No, so Florida, Texas, and California are the big ones of where most of the deals are coming from. You know, I look at Denver. It's a cute little circle there in your world, Tanya. Seattle is about the same as yours. So I guess I see why we have a bunch of lenders in California, Texas, and Florida.
You hear something funny from my shop? So because we cover all of those except for California, right? And we've made it to where the loan officers in each state for lender match. Now we can lend across states, right?
Sure.
But for lender match itself, we can only do our own states, right? And we have significantly dropped in Colorado as far as what we get on lender match for a Colorado loan. Our Florida and Texas peeps, man, they are killing it. I was like, come on, man. Come on, Colorado. Colorado, get in there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that's okay. I guess I'll just move to Florida with all the other BDOs on the United States. Last but not least, Okram. They're doing their audits, and that is definitely one thing that we all need to be aware of, even if doesn't directly affect you. It's important. Double check your math when a loan is fully collateralized. A common mistake is, well, my bank says 75% loan to value, so that's what I use. That's not what SBA says. SBA says 85%. So you definitely need to make sure you're using SBA's definition, not your institution's. And that's a very common thing, apparently.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah. And this one was preached quite a bit from Eddie and his team that was there. And that is that E-Tran data must match what happened in real life, which, okay. I mean, it sounds simple, but we're missing that. Examples.
Explain. I was going to say.
Yeah. Not putting in the packaging fee. Okay. If you charge $2,500, you charge $2,500. You just don't need the $159, but you got to make sure you put in the $2,500.
Interesting that people aren't doing that.
People are missing guarantors and borrowers. I'm like,
it's a bit of a problem.
And think about what that does to like your SBSS score if it's under or whatever. Use of proceeds does not match what was finalized. And the last one, which I think is interesting and kind of scary, is the NACIS code is wrong. Well, we all know the NACIS code is critically important, especially with affiliation. So that was very interesting. So make sure within 15 days that your E-Tran matches what you actually did.
That was surprising to me, Paul. I don't know. Let's stick on that for just a second. Who's doing this? Because, I mean, anybody that's been in SBA for any length of time that does SBA, you would think would catch that. Are these like some of the newer guys out there, or is it just across the board? Did you hear?
I think it's mainly across the board is what is the message that I heard. I know it's weird, right? Like
especially things like guarantor and whatnot. I mean, if somebody defaults, there goes you have no guarantee.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Correct.
Yeah. That's just
so again, these were just a few of the things, I probably didn't even do it justice. Again, NAGGL did a great job on this conference. It was in Vegas. It was super fun. It was wild. It was great. But definitely, I strongly recommend attending these conferences because this is where you learn how to do things and the new rules. So
listen up, Midwest Regional Bank. Send me next year. It's going to be here in Colorado, I think. Isn't it down? I think it's in Colorado Springs next year. That's close to me, Midwest.
You could drive. You could walk. Right. And maybe your boyfriend will be there.
What? Oh. What?
Anyway.
To continue
Anyway.
this freaking show. I do love you, Paul. Yeah. You
But
hear
that's
something
a
really
wrap.
funny?
What's
Something
that?
really funny this morning is have you ever drank coffee and not eaten? So I haven't had caffeine in a minute. So I drank coffee this morning on my walk. I went down and got coffee.
Mhm.
I come back and I'm like this. So I brushed my
Mhm.
teeth like 3 times. I hope they're white and not blue, because then I figured out, okay, brush my teeth after coffee. Then I get to shaking so bad that I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. I was like, "Rrr." So then I ate oatmeal with blueberry. So then I had blueberry everything. Anyway, neither here nor there, but that was my morning this morning.
The things that women worry
Yeah.
about. Anyway.
For the guy out there that thought I was hot at the at
Right.
NAGGL, yeah,
Yep.
you should have seen me this morning. Wasn't there. Anyway, all right, guys. So that's a wrap for today. But we are also on any of your streaming platforms when it comes to our podcast. So go check us out there. Here on LinkedIn on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. live, as well as YouTube. And check out our other family of podcasts, the SBA, we're the SBA Today show, like the Art of SBA Lending and the BDO show. Great podcast, get more information, and we love to share amongst each other. And if you've got anything for us to talk about, we would love to hear from you. So like us and follow us. Also, if you're in Washington, Idaho, and Oregon, reach out to Mr. Paul there at Gisa Credit Union. Me, oh my God, I've got to read it. Colorado, Texas, Missouri, Arizona, Florida, North Carolina, Tennessee. Who knows if I've missed one? Anyway, reach out to me, Tanya Mazurek at Midwest Regional Bank. We will see you guys next week.
See you later.
See ya.